Yay! Hi everyone, it's Ria from Maisie Moo. So excited to jump on this afternoon to show you what I've been working on. I've got a bit carried away. I've got 4 different designs here in the Easy Stitch Aroha bag range, but I'm thinking you're going to love them. So first of all, I've stuck with the classic round shape that you all know and love, as well as the scallop. And obviously these are stitched, there's no glue included, so I've decided I quite like these wee crosses, and that's what I'll be showing you in this tutorial. But you can, if you want to, you can see this, you can choose various other stitches. This is a straight stitch up and a straight stitch down. With this stitch here is like just a ladder stitch going all the way up, so just coming across on the angle from behind. But as I say, I really quite like the little crosses. I think they look great in contrast. You could choose to sew them in the same colour so you don't see it so much, but what you end up with is, you can see in here, can you see? You've just got a neat little internal stitch, and it makes the bag quite secure. So what you will receive with this is a single template design. So it's all cut from one piece of faux leather, the main body, and then you're cutting the strap from another piece or scrap or whatever you have, and that's in the classic and the scallop. Now this one here's the exciting one, because this has the ability to have the 2 contrasting faux, and what I've done there is I've included the stitch holes at the back where you're just going to run a straight stitch across to attach before you stitch up the sides. So this means that you're getting a little bit more out of your faux leather. It's a great way to use the really precious patterned faux that you don't want to use too much of, and then you can just use a solid. So yes, there we go. All 4 are going to be available in the one listing. So if you have any questions, remember to reach out. But right, I'm going to quickly sit down now and show you how to stitch the sides and put this together. Okay, so we're going to start by sewing the flap to the backing piece. Now I'm actually going to start in the middle, because what I want to do is hide my, there we go, I want to hide the knot underneath, okay, so then it's not exposed. So you make sure that you've lined those up. You can start from one end if you want to. Go along and then come back again, so you'll see as I go. Okay, so when you come to the end here, you can see we're just going to pass it through.
Hello.
I'm just filming seats.
What you doing today, Mum?
Filming. Sorry about that interruption. That was Isla coming home from school. What I was meant to show you and say is you need to pass your needle through the 2 layers of faux, and you tie a knot and then trim, and that will secure your flap to your main body. Right, so now you should have your main template piece. We need to poke all the holes out and ensure that they're all clear, and attach your snaps. And with these, just make sure they're round the right way. Okay, so what we need to do now is thread our needle. I've got this needle here, which has got a lovely big eye, and I'm going to use, this is like a crochet wool. I found it at my local, here we go, Kmart. It came in a bag like this with all these different colours. I thought that was quite cool, and this is going to give it a real bold, thick stitch. So let's have a look. So what you want to do is you want a nice big knot on the end so it does not pull through. You could even make sure it stays in place with a spot of glue, but I think that's going to be plenty big enough. So the idea here is you want to line up the holes on either side with the holes on your tab. So we're going to come through the bottom one, and then we're going to then pass that through. There we go, the bottom one here. Right, so we're going to pull that tight. We want to fold this over here. Okay, so we've got the lines underneath in the bottom flap and the holes lined up. So I'm going to come across. I'm going to do crosses. So I'm going to come up the bag. It gets a bit, it's hard to do at first. You just have to make sure you're keeping everything lined up. Now, if you can see in there, I'm going to go up on an angle. Oops. There we go, can you see that? I'm going to go through. Oops, I missed the hole. So you can see how we're going across like that, because what I'm going to do is we're going to stitch up and then we're going to stitch back down, and I'm doing that so that the knot is going to be hidden behind. So back inside your bag. Okay, so we're up to the last stitch. Now you can see we're going to be coming across. If I poke it through, you can see. Can you see there? I'm coming up through here. What I also want to do now is insert the strap. So you can see the strap has also got the holes on it. So the end of the strap needs to go over the needle. Okay, so we've come up and I'm going to go back down again. Now you could, if you wanted to, do a straight stitch up and a straight stitch down the other side. Either way is going to work fine. I just like the idea of these little crosses, to be honest. We've done it on a couple of other projects, and now this is going to be much easier because you have already held everything in place. This is why it is so important to have your holes all poked out. Okay, so we've got some cute little stitches up the side. And then all you need to do is just pass your needle through the inside stitches a couple of times, tie in a knot, and then just trim with your scissors to tie off. Okay, so you can see I've tied that off. If you were wanting to, you could use some of your scrap. You could just run a thin rectangle up there, but a little dab of glue to make sure that doesn't come undone. And we're away. Okay, so onto the other side. So it's exactly the same as this side. It is going to be more difficult because you've obviously already closed off this side. So it doesn't help when you have, there we go, as I always say, sausage fingers. Okay, a nice big knot in the end. Again, we're going to be coming out right. Okay, so I sped through that obviously, but there you have your easy stitch purse. So it's obviously doing two things coming up the side there. It's nice and neat. You may choose not to do such bold stitching, but in this case I chose it because it matches the bag and also it's much easier for you to see. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It holds its shape well. As I say, if you were wanting to, you could cover the sides. Don't think it matters as long as you have tied it off. Now I'm thinking I might provide this pattern with both the scallop and the rounded. In the end, I decided on 4 different designs for the Easy Stitch range. I do hope you like them. Enjoy!